want to know very quickly, if we were to sit down with your significant other, what would they say is your most annoying trait? Jarrett?
Work too hard and don't take enough time off.
How much time do you have?
Donna?
I am fastidious and orderly, and my husband is the exact opposite. He's creative and messy.
Carrie?
I can't believe I'm going to say this on Facebook Live. I snore.
And Mike?
I generally like to always keep the kids up 1 hour later than they probably should.
Vic?
I'm probably too relentless. I work, crazy hours. I've been working since I was 13 years old. I've never stopped working, so my wife tells me I need to take a break sometimes.
Greg?
I think my lovely wife of 30 years would say some of my most annoying traits is that, because I have a tendency of a 87% hearing loss in my right ear, that sometimes I don't allow people to finish their conversation because I'm trying to guess what they tell me so I compensate for my hearing loss.
So I anticipated this question, so I sent a text to I saw the Democrat debate, to my wife and my kids, and they came back immediately with a few things. Number one, Dad, why are you playing that Neil Diamond CD again and again and again? 2, Dad, you're falling asleep in the movie. And 3rd, I'm not sure if I should say this on television, but I will, farting at the dinner table.
Walker, I may forget to put the toilet seat down in the middle of the night.
All right, that was how we ended both debates this past week. A lighter moment from the candidates you only saw if you watched the end of the debates online. Of course, we also talked about some serious topics like campaign finance, and this governor's race could end up being a record breaker. And data journalist Sandra Fish operates the website Follow the Message. She tracks where political mailers and ads originate. She also contributes to the Colorado Independent and Public Radio. And Sandra, we thank you for being here today. You've also been following the money. This is big money in this race.
We've already set a record. So far, the 8 candidates in the governor's race have spent $25 million total, and that is more total than the candidates in 2010 and 2014, all of them spent in both those election years.
And so what does that say to you about this race?
It's so wide open, it's so different, in part because we haven't had a race this competitive since 1974, when you had 5 Democrats and 3 Republicans in the primary. You just haven't had that many people running. The other thing that's going on here is you've got some very wealthy candidates. Obviously, Congressman Jared Polis leads the way. He spent $11 million. Victor Mitchell on the Republican side has put in about $5 million to his campaign. Even State Treasurer Walker Stapleton has put about $1 million into his campaign coffers. And just this week, Kerry Kennedy put $100,000 into her race. Donna Lynn has loaned her campaign money. There's only one candidate that hasn't loaned his campaign money so far, and that's Mike Johnston.
So what does that say about this race? I mean, we asked the candidates, does that mean you have to be a millionaire to be governor of Colorado? And I mean, Jared Polis said, I hope that's not the case, but it does seem to be the case, doesn't it?
It really does raise some questions about who can run if you need to spend this much money. And you have other factors coming in there, too.
Well, Michael Bloomberg, what, $2 million into Johnston's campaign?
Not Johnston's campaign. Bloomberg is putting his money into a super PAC, Frontier Fairness. That's just, they're really more on the airwaves more than Michael Johnston is, spending more money on TV ads. They're sending out lots of mailers. I've seen at least 2 in the past day that they've sent out to people. So they're really just super PAC. They're not supposed to coordinate with the candidate. And they're doing a lot of work. And Bloomberg's put in $2 million to that super PAC.
In support of Johnston, right?
Yes.
So who is behind all the money that is coming in from those mailers that you've been watching?
It depends. Some of it's from the candidates themselves. But other things are from these super PACs. And, one of the super PACs on the left. You know, Jared Polis, he's spending $11 million of his own money, but he's got 2 super PACs that have gone out and run ads and sent out mailers supporting him or attacking Kerry Kennedy. Bold Colorado is a super PAC that has run some ads critical of Kennedy, and they're actually supported by the Gay and Lesbian Fund in large part, and a few other wealthy people. You don't know where the Gay and Lesbian Fund's money comes from because it's a nonprofit. Sierra Club, same thing, kind of. They're running ads and sending mailers on Polis's behalf and sending mailers for some other candidates at lower level races too.
And there are some super PAC or some candidates who don't have super PACs behind them, correct?
Yes. Let's see, Donna Lynn, Lieutenant Governor Donna Lynn does not have a super PAC supporting her. Greg Lopez, the Parker mayor on the Republican side, and Vic Mitchell. Vic Mitchell is spending his own money, doesn't exactly need one.
What's the role of dark money in this race?
It's a difficult one to discern, and there is a role out there. There's right now there's a group called Coloradans for Fiscal Responsibility that's gotten their money from a nonprofit. Where did that nonprofit get their money? We don't know. And they're airing attack ads on Vic Mitchell.
Well, we're glad you're out there watching and keeping us informed as well. Sandra Fish, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. And we'll be right back.